Hello, welcome. I just wanted to make a little video to tell you all about the Energy Archaeology Oracle deck and guidebook, which I absolutely adore. And I have ordered a whole lot of copies because I was sick and tired of complaining about the prices of getting stuff shipped from the US. So I spoke to Ashley Stinson, who has written the book, very exciting, and I ordered some wholesale. But that aside, I just want to show you what it's like because I think it's a really beautiful resource. Firstly, I just want to acknowledge the Mangatua mountain that's looking over me right now and the people who have come before. So we have Kaitahu, before them we have Ngāti Mamui, and before them we have Waitaha. Before them, I don't know much more about that, so I'm just honouring the ancestors in general that bring me here today and honouring your ancestors that bring you to watching this video. Just wanted to make a little comment too about the space that I'm in. I am doing this at my desk and I've got a lot of projects on the go and I don't really want to tidy them up. And I know it's important to set aside an area, maybe with a nice cloth or somewhere special to do your oracle readings. You know, dream scenario, you'd be outside with your feet on the earth and connecting to everything around you. It's winter here. I do have my feet on an earthing mat. And I didn't want to really clear a whole lot of space today. But what I did do to make it special for showing you this deck and book is I've got this little thing, nice smells, it says on it. And it's just got lemon, eucalyptus, and tea tree. And so I sprayed that on and I washed over the area. So there's a little intentional, somewhat of a sacredness about me going through this today. And it's really easy to do. Also, I got the idea for this spray from this book. It's called Home by Natural Harry, and I just love it. It's a really good book. It has heaps and heaps of, like, this is my go-to foaming face wash. And so it's just all these things that you can make at home using food and essential oils and without the 243 chemicals. I just noticed I have the exact same towel. Oh my gosh, Natural Harry and I have the same towel. Oh. Anyway, it's just got a whole lot of really cool, easy things to use. And the other big one I do is dishwashing powder. Okay, so that's just a side note. Let's get into it. So this is the guidebook and the deck, and I'll just get my tape measure out for those of you who want to know. Is it big? Is it small? What's it like? You don't know how big my hands are. They're kind of little. So the book is about 7 inches, which is 18 centimeters by 4 and something 3/4 inches, 12 centimeters. And then the little deck box is 5 inches by 3 and a bit inches. I don't know, inches seem to make more sense for me. So it's a kind of regular size. I really like the book. It's soft cover. And you know what I love about this? It's full color. You know how you often buy the deck and you're like, oh my God, I love the cards. They're so beautiful. And then you open up the book and they're in black and white. Now, I'm an artist. I love color. I always feel a bit disappointed. And so when I opened this, it was the biggest surprise that it was in full color. And it's actually really important, I think, because putting the deck to one side for the moment, the guidebook has, you can basically use it without the deck. So you could do your classic I Ching where you just sort of divination or whatever you call tuning in and just open up and say, okay, this is the one I'm working with today. Informing. What am I doing? I'm informing you. How funny is that? Or, and this is what I love about this, one of the very first, the book starts with a prayer, just gorgeous. But one of the very first things is there's a map of the human body. Now, I'm living with a lot of pain, physical pain. I've had a lot of problems with my bones. My spine has been fused, which means it's a really nice sounding way of they've stuck a metal rod to it so it can't bend. And so I can go to the bones that are hurting and flick to the page. And let's see, what's hurting today? Oh, my left shoulder. And I would say, if I look at this, it's not really in my clavicles, so I'm going to say, where are we? So it's just kind of, you're just kind of feeling around a bit and you're like, where is the pain? Where is the pain? It's actually at the top of my humerus. So yeah, page 80, integrating. And I am integrating a lot at the moment. And so I go over to page 80, dumpty-doo, and look at this beautiful, beautiful drawing. It just shows all the energy as Ashley sees it flowing in and out of the bones. And as Kelly Finan, the artist, has represented it for Ashley. And then, yeah, it goes through properties, whether you're in or out of balance, other cards you might want to look at. There's a little anatomy lesson. I love it. How Ashley sees the energy moving. And then a little bit of wisdom. And then some questions for thinking about. So how do I feel about stillness? What's my relationship with rest? Yeah, maybe I need to rest more today. So anyway, this is how I've been using it. I haven't really been using the deck by pulling cards. I've just been going, ow, I'm sore, and opening the book. And it's so lovely. It's just really nice to touch. It's got a matte cover on it, and look at that full color. It, like, honestly, that was the biggest, most exciting thing when I got it. So I just want to show you something else that I thought was really gorgeous. The amount of depth in this little book is fantastic. So it talks about the backgrounds and the environments of the cards and what they mean, and that can help you with your reflection. Obviously, you can just pull a card and follow your intuition. Symbolism means different things to different people. And it's also interesting to hear about what Ashley was meaning with the different backgrounds and environments on the decks. Also, I should have said, for any Aussies watching this, I have a Kiwi accent, and I have been told when I say the word deck that you find that funny, so just enjoy, because I can't say it any other way. And then what the flora and fauna mean, and then what the light and energy, how they're depicted, what that means. So it's just so, so deep. And then different ways that you can work with the deck. How to, it's honestly like just so deep, so wonderful. And then some readings. If you're a newbie or a pro, you might have your own. And so she set out some spreads you might want to do. I mean, look how many there are. This is such a generous and deep book. And then there's even more. We have understanding of anatomy. We have how the elements fit in. Earth, water, air, and fire in this case. And that's just beautiful. And the thing I thought was so thoughtful, handedness. It's to do with left-handed or right-handed people. And so how your energy pathways moved will be different with some of the cards. And I just thought that is amazing, because some people are just living in a different world from us, and they pick up scissors and they're all the wrong way around. And I'm right-handed, but if your energy is mostly flowing through the left hand to make things happen, this is 2 pages of really good stuff for you. So I'm just in love with this. I've been using it a lot. It's been really helpful. It has brought me to tears with how spot on it is. And then I've used this a couple of times. And look, even when you open it, it just breathe into your bone wisdom. Let it settle in your marrow. Then we have your bones are calling. Are you ready to listen? Ooh. Yeah, I have not been listening to mine my whole life. I've been ignoring them a lot. Since been in the too hard basket. And that's all you have to do, isn't it? Like, you don't even have to do anything. It's just listening and saying, okay, I hear you. I've been doing internal family systems therapy lately, and it's all about parts, and your bones are a part of you. And sometimes just acknowledging that a part exists helps you with healing. So same thing with these. Okay, gold edges, fancy. And again, we've got this lovely matte feel. And these are the cards. This is what they look like on the back. Ooh, they just send so many shots of energy through me. And then on the other side here we have the cards themselves. So I'm just gonna pull a few. I might just pull one actually. So what does the person watching this video most need to know today? I think it's the one on top. Okay, identity. There we go. So that's the frontal bone. And yeah, we've got a bit of a desert landscape with some mist, or maybe there's some hot springs and a volcano. I don't know. You can interpret that how you want. So I just go to the book. I might just sit with that and go, ooh, I see all this stuff flowing out of the eye sockets. Interesting. You might just sit with how powerful it is and meditate on that and see what comes to mind. Some of us, myself included, I need guidance when I'm meditating. I need some ideas or some words to latch onto. But other people can just go into an empty space and see what comes in. They're really effective at it. So, as you know, when you work with cards, there's different ways you can do it. And it depends on the day as well. So, we've got this lovely alphabetical list at the front, and also the book is in alphabetical order. So, I could just go, yeah, F, G, identity. And then we have a little quote: your ego is the landscape within which you live your life. But landscapes are ever changing, and nature does not attach meaning to itself. Ooh. So you could even just meditate on that. Anyway, I really hope that gives you an idea of this beautiful deck. I'm so obsessed with it. I have about 15 decks left. I ordered a huge big box because I do want to make them accessible to people in the Southern Hemisphere without having to buy, without having to order it from the US and pay the postage. So I got a big wholesale lot in if you are interested. Otherwise, maybe you just found this an interesting video. Thank you for taking time to watch. And yes, I'm just going to sit here and be touching my deck. All right, see you later, lovelies.